Asian power stance.
But they don't know that. They've been paying
Just gonna say it! Oh yeah. Aaleen, drop to the right. Drop to the right. Okay, I'll be the guy back there. Yeah.
Oh my god!
So good.
Welcome everyone to the closing ceremonies of Furnal Equinox.
Can't hear you.
Also, my mic is not on, and now it is. I hope all of you VIPs have had an awesome time this weekend, and you have all been Livin Large this weekend, right? So, who here managed to check out our amazing dealer's den this weekend? Or how about our art show or our artist alley? And obviously, I hope you guys made it rain on our dealers this weekend. How about the gaming going on in the Furnal Equinox Lounge? Did you guys enjoy that? And what about those absolutely stupendous and lit DJs spinning at our nightly dances? And let's not forget about our other fantastic live performances too. I hope you guys got the chance to check out the Masquerade. What'd you think of the Masquerade? Or how about rocking out with Foxamore, Pepper Coyote, and Zephyr? Before everybody's voice gets completely hoarse, it was a huge weekend, and I barely scratched the surface. But, to sum up, you guys had a good time, right? So, I'm sure you guys are really, really interested to hear about a few things about this year's convention. So, I'm sure you're interested in particular about a few numbers. Of course, of course. But I'm going to start with a certain number, and I'm going to start with our number ones. Namely, the winners of our various competitions over the weekend. I'm going to start with our Masquerade. So after several years of our Masquerade, our champions are now obtaining an officially named trophy, the Spiro Cup. And this year, the winner of the Masquerade was the one and only Boots! Next up, we had a bunch of furs out there shaking it for everyone in our fursuit dance competition. Everyone give it up for our winner, Beta Monkey. And last but not least, the winners of the fursuit games, they may not have anything that rhymes with their color, but they can certainly game it up, Team Orange. Now, I know that there are a few remaining numbers that everybody really wants to know. So, let's start with the final tally of fursuiters. Now, as you're aware, we had our fursuit fiesta this year, so we're basing our totals based on the number of ear tags that we handed out over the weekend, and you guys basically cleaned us right out. The number of fursuiters that we tagged at the convention is 540. Now, I know that there's an even bigger number that you guys are all interested in. And that is how many amazing VIPs at every level, all of you guys are VIPs, that we had this year at the con. And this year, it was more than last year, by the way. It was more than 1,600. It was more than 1,700. It was more than 1,800. 1,821 of you. Now, there is one more number that I'm concerned about, and to me, this is perhaps one of the most important numbers and probably the one that's probably going to cause the most tears, and that one has to do with our charity. That said, we've got a little bit of last business to deal with first, and I'm going to ask Aiden to come join me on stage as we have one more one more item that we would like to auction off. So give it up for Aiden, everybody.
Hey, everybody. What's that? Yeah, I got it. This year we will not be auctioning off the con chair naming rights.
He's just what?
Wimp. No. We'll see how open to it I am next year.
Let him get his bearings first. Yeah.
Yeah. We will be doing something a little bit different. Purple Haze made 2 hats custom just for this convention. One of them is his personal one, and this was the original prototype. So here he has with him both of them right here. There were no more of these. He won't be making any more. This is the one-of-one prototype of the Furnal Supreme hat. And we're going to auction it off.
So, because I can't see anybody's hand go up in the lights. Yep, we're going to get the house lights up. Thank you very much, AV. You guys are wonderful. And wait, we do take plastic.
We take
yes.
plastic, yes.
So we are going to start it off. We're going to start it off nice and accessible. We're going to start it off at $1. $1.
Whoa.
Okay, well that was easy. 20? 50?
Someone's called 50.
Okay.
100. Oh. Okay.
200 in front.
Oh,
$200.
Oh, nice.
I hear $200. $250.
Oh.
300. $320.
Nice. Come on. We can do
$350.
better than that.
$350. $350 for this Furnal hat.
One of one.
Supreme style. There won't be many more of these. They're like the real Supreme things, and they're like the real Supreme things, and yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. We are at $350. We are at $350 going once. We are at $350 for this Furnal hat.
Whoa, man.
Did I miss something?
Hashtag Furnal.
Yeah. $350 going twice. Sold for $350 to Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary.
That was amazing, guys. Thank you so much.
We're just grabbing badge numbers and so forth, and we can settle that off by cash, Visa, MasterCard, debit. Take your pick. Thank you, everyone. And now I guess back to me.
Back to you for now.
Thank you very much. We'll talk later. We are so grateful to our guests of honor for joining us at this year's convention. And I would like to invite our guests of honor, Pato, Rick Griffin, and Fox Amore on stage. And I may need our guest of honor liaison to help me out with this as well for a little brief presentation. So come on up, just over here, guys. Everybody give our guests of honor a round of applause. So before we do our little presentation, I'm going to hand off the mic to you guys, and if you want to say a few words to our wonderful attendees, feel free.
You start your best.
I am going to lead this train. Okay, here we go. Well, first of all, I need to thank the staff at Furnal Equinox. You guys run an amazing show here, seriously. And I want to say a huge thanks to AV in the back as well, who actually bent over backwards to make sure everything was there ready and sorted for our shows. Thank you so much, guys, for making us actually sound great. And I really hope I can make it next year. I want to be back. You guys are like family. It's amazing. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
All right. So I've been coming to Furnal since like it first started out. So to see it grow from like 250 to like, what do you say, 1845 we have this year? Oh my God, that's amazing. I never would have imagined it would grow so fast in such a short amount of time. And it's, you know, it's really lovely to be here. I come back every year, and I just got back into dealing and doing merchandise, so it's really nice, you know. I don't have to pay to be here this time. So a big thank you, especially to OVO for, you know, running around and getting us all sorted out, and all the staff and everyone for having us over here. It's a complete honor, and I really love being here.
Okay, thank you for inviting me up to Canada. This is technically the first time I've been here for more than 20 minutes. So thank you for all of your weird plastic money. And well, oh, I know, it is amazing money. It's no, I just went to Niagara Falls once, so 20 minutes in Canada. Yeah, I know. My dad didn't want to stay. But anyway, thank you everybody who stopped by my booth, everybody who looked in the general direction of my booth, anybody who picked up like a business card or anything, join my Patreon. Thank you.
And so, we would like to, on behalf of all of the staff of Furnal Equinox, we would like to present you with a little token, a little something to send you guys home with to remind you of our convention and let you know how much we really appreciate having you guys here. We really appreciate having you all. You really helped us live large and feel the real VIP lifestyle this weekend. So again, thank you, and thank you to everybody for our guests of honor at Furnal Equinox 2018. Also, Fox, we need to work on you a little bit. I see the Starbucks cup in your hand. We got to switch that to Timmy's. We got to work on you a little, so you better come back next year so we can work on that. Take it easy, guys. I really want to get a few more thank yous out of here, and I know I've got so much time before I got to vacate and we start tearing down. So first off, I would like to thank all of our staff and volunteers for their contributions over the course of this weekend. I can't even put into words how many hundreds of hours it takes to make an event like this possible, and we really couldn't do it without our staff and volunteers, so please give them a big round of applause. Secondly, I would like to extend a big thank you to the Westin Harbor Castle Hotel for hosting us once again this year. Please give them a round of applause, too. I am also really delighted to announce that we are going to be returning to the Westin for the next 2 years, and we are going to be in a bigger space. We are absolutely getting bigger and better, and we will share more on this later, but you know what? We're here to stay, guys. We're here to stay. Finally, most important of all, we would like to thank all of you for coming out to downtown Toronto to hang out with us this weekend. We can't do any of this without you, so give yourselves a big round of applause. And now I would like to call back Aiden to the stage, along with some representatives from the charity Happily Ever Esther, to join us for a check presentation, and we'll delight time on stage. Aiden, I'll let you introduce.
Thank you. We're just going out to get them. We have the great pleasure of welcoming Steve and Derek from Happily Ever Esther. They are the dads. They are the dads of Esther, and they are the owners and operators of the sanctuary. It is a pleasure to have you both here. It is a pleasure to be giving you a donation to your sanctuary and expressing the well wishes of this entire group to you. And with that, actually, can you? Have you got the flipper? Oh, I forgot something. Actually, this is a relatively important thing. There is one more very important thing, and I have to call Rithnock up to the stage, which you all know is a problem. He has something to deal with. Hey, Rithy.
Hey, Aiden, how's it going?
It's pretty good.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So, I think a bunch of you remember a couple of years ago where we started a little project within Furnal Equinox. But to be able to, more on that a little later, but I'd like to call Blazes up to the stage.
Uh-oh. I'm technically his boss before we even finish this, so he's my guy. Come on, Blazes, come on.
So, over the course of this convention, you've been doing a couple of things to me. A couple of things that, you've been taunting me about. So, what I have here in my hands, Scanny, if you would hold the mic, for Thursday, for Friday, for Saturday, Sunday, and for being the responsible party for every single person you encouraged to howl.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hashtag legalize the road, let him hear it!
You just sprung my trap card. Blazes, about 2 years ago, along with some other people here with the convention, told me on stage that there would be absolutely no way I could ever possibly send out a citation to every single person that howled at the same time. Well, if you know me, you know that this is never true. Never doubt what I can do. Thank you.
Well then.
Look at all these tickets all over the floor.
Yeah, that's quite the number of citations. Whew.
Well, now that Rithy has taken care of this little issue, we can continue. I expect these fines to be paid, by the way. I am your supervisor. On behalf of Furnal Equinox, I would like to present Happily Ever After, Steve and Derek, as our representatives, with this check. Oh, we've covered it up. That's excellent. Oh, fantastic. Okay. The unveiling. With this check for
$5,900.
Now, this does not include the auction of that Furnal hat. That does not include a few other things. It's a little bit of a rough number, but we're going to get them the proper check and the proper number after the event. But this is just a sign of what we can do for the people that we bring on this stage, and it's a pleasure to help you in this way.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure, absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Derek. Would you like to say a few words?
On behalf of Happily Ever After Farm Sanctuary, we want to thank you guys very much for your contribution. No amount is too small, and this is an enormous amount. So thank you for all of your help.
Yeah, just as Derek said, I mean, we're all about having a good time and smiling and doing something good in the world. And we're so honored that you guys had us part of this weekend. And the good that we'll be able to do with this money is really, really huge. So thank you so much for having us be a part of the weekend. We really, really appreciate the support.
Thank you very much to you both. You may go take your seats. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here for us. And Scandy, the stage is once again yours.
Oh God,
Not
now we're
yet.
getting to the
Not
emotional
yet.
part. For those of you that have been following us on Twitter and elsewhere for the last few months, this isn't going to come as a surprise. But for those of you who haven't been following, in December I formally announced that I would be stepping back from the role of con-chair after this year. Oh boy. These are basically these are kind of like my last few minutes, and I never thought that you never really think about how you're going to get to this point, but I guess now that I'm here, I kind of need to be speaking to that. In an alternate universe, maybe I might have been a preacher, and I know nobody wants to. Oh God. And I know nobody wants to hear me go and babble and everything, but I hope you'll forgive me as I just kind of take this opportunity while I've actually got a few minutes on stage to say a few words. First of all, I couldn't have done the last 4 years as being con-chair without, first of all, the leadership of many people before me. I just think about our previous leadership and what they contribute to the convention. At the end of the day, you stand on the shoulders of giants when doing something like this, and I'm so grateful for that. To me, the most amazing achievement about Furnal Equinox isn't the fact that almost 2,000 attendees come to visit us, or that we've now raised over $50,000 for charity. It's what we manage to do each and every day in this community. That's what's most important. A couple of months ago, I put out an ask on Twitter and asked people, hey, how has FE changed your life? And I got no shortage, a tremendous number of responses that came through, and I just want to take the opportunity to share a few of them with you now. Having a con in my hometown got me to attend more cons. Making people smile, to positively impact and touch people's lives, that's where the real magic lies. It gets me to come out of my shell and to be social and helps my business. These are all different people, by the way. It allowed me to expand as a person, as an artist. The friends that I've made there have been with me through it all. And finally, it helped me find myself. It showed me that there was more beyond the trees in my hometown. And I'll add myself to that list. Honestly, as somebody who kind of on the periphery has been growing as a professional and trying to advance in my career and in my life and in my relationships, I really do feel like a changed person. The person that I am now in 2018 is so different than the person I was in 2009 when all of this started. And I'm just so grateful to this community. I'm so grateful to all of you for making that possible. Again, I think about where we've come as a convention. I think about how there were many people when we started who wrote us off and thought that, wrote us off and thought we didn't have a chance. And again, got to go back to music playing at opening ceremonies and that wonderful Drake line, that guy repping the 6. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. Now we're here.
Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team.
Aside from Drake, there are some awesome things happening here in Toronto. We have never been more visible as a fandom. When you get pressed because a bunch of furries rent a streetcar and cruise through Toronto all night, our community is doing something right. Now, that's not to say that we as a community don't have challenges, but never believe, never believe that you have to give voice to those who wish to divide, but remember, change is always possible. We can always do better, and we can always find the best in people. To quote the wonderful late Nelson Mandela, if people can be taught to hate, then they can be taught to love as well. Speaking of love, I mentioned relationships earlier, and honestly, the last several years, I usually don't kind of bring the personal relationships into my business as con chair, and obviously there's a bit of the professional relationship as well. But everything that's happened over the past several years, I could not have done without my partner, Olefin. He has been my rock. He has been my rock. The stuff that he's done for this convention is, Jesus.
You jerk, you maybe.
The things that he's done for this con have been incredible, but he's also been there for me too, and I'm just so grateful for everything.
There's real tissues in there.
They are, Jesus. This also explains the radio call for tissues earlier today. I just want to conclude with some words that, if I only, I may only have so many opportunities to be on this stage, but these are words that are really important to me, and I hope that they can be really important to us as a fandom. So, here at the Westin, we're right next to the Jack Layton ferry terminal that takes people over to Toronto Island. For those of you who don't know who Jack Layton is, he was a politician here in Canada who served at the municipal and also the federal level. And after a very public battle with cancer, he passed away in 2011 to great public acclaim. Before he passed away, some of you may remember, he had some last words to share in a letter, and I feel that especially in this day and age, they are more important than ever to repeat and to remember. My friends, love is better than anger. Hope is better than fear. Optimism is better than despair. So let us be loving, hopeful, and optimistic, and we will change the world. I want you to save your cheers, because I want you to save them for the guy I'm about to introduce. I am leaving this con in very good hands, and I would like to formally introduce the new con chair for Furnal Equinox. He's been a key part of Effie's leadership team for several years, and somebody who has been steady and true, and somebody I know that I can rely on in decisions. And now he leads FE into a new and really exciting era. Please welcome our new con chair for Furnal Equinox, Aaleen.
I take over from a very awesome person, and I work with a very awesome team. It's been an honor to be here at the end of a very full weekend marked with friends and peers. Becoming chair, I feel, brings me the opportunity to connect with you more directly and build on what we've already done. Before I get to that, though, Scanny, you've done an amazing job assembling a... you give me the clicker. Here,
He doesn't trust me, honest to God.
Chair ownership. This thing. This is what it is, apparently. Assembling a convention, but it is so much more than that. You have built a huge family. Your family decided to, oh, I've got the clicker, get you a little something. Sadly, an unnamed postal service decided to do what they did best and deliver it the day after the con finishes. So while I can't present it to you on stage, we would show you what we got you. We got Scanny his very own trophy. Now this is not the prize that you get. This is not the gold watch. This is a memento to remember the event, the things that he's done for them, the things that they've done with him. And I think it will sit very well on your shelf and remind you of things that have happened and continue to happen in your life and the people that you have and hold close to you. So it brings us great pleasure to not necessarily give you the physical object, but present you with this trophy as a representation of what you've done for this community, our community, this event, and everyone in this room. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's bring the lights up a little bit so we can see this. Scanny can't see this. There you go. This is where you save it for, absolutely. Nice. Thank you, everyone, for recognizing what Scanny has been working so hard to do after so long. It's worth noting, I just wanted to make a special call out. I realize we didn't do it when we had the charity up here, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. I'm sure everyone got some of those fuzzy bucks or furry bucks. I did want to call out one of our folks in the dealer's den, Eva Chu. She did the fantastic art on both sides of that bill. And just as we're talking about family and building family, I just wanted to recognize her efforts in helping us make this event so special. So. And now for some announcements. As my first official duty as con chair, I should announce the theme for next year. Do you want to know what it is? Are you sure? Class of 2019, I would like to welcome you to your graduation. '19 will feature 4 new GOHs. 4. That's right. All of them awesome. No, granted, I'll get to them. The first GOH for 2019 is, actually 2 of them are actually in the audience, Moth Monarch. Get the lights on. Let's get Moth Monarch to stand up. I don't know where she is. Yeah! She's slightly
jumping
taller
up
than
and down,
everyone else.
trying to sit, make herself see.
Yes.
Yep, there we go. There we go.
Careful.
Please don't hurt yourself. We need you here next year.
Our second GOH is Catmonk Shiro. And while they are not here with us today, we take great pleasure in having our last two guests of honor, Lucky and Scruff Coyote from Don't Hug Cacti. There will be promo buttons. There will absolutely be promo buttons. One of our staff is actually going to go run around and with their little hat and give them out. So please take a look out there. There are two different designs. One by Moth Monarch, very excellent design. One by Catmonk Shiro, similarly great. Please feel free to collect them both. Don't fight over them. We don't want any injuries. We got through this far. And now it's the first time we're going to have done this together.
So dual wield, something like that. I don't know.
That's one person holding two swords. Okay, anyways.
I don't know.
We
officially declare Furnal Equinox 2018 closed.
I know. The con's not over, though. Not quite. Not quite. Please join us for the Dead Dog in Frontenac, starting at 7 p.m. Thank you all for supporting us. We look forward to seeing you next March for the 10th anniversary of Furnal Equinox.
Thank you, everyone. Safe travels. Love you all.
Absolutely. Take care. Have a great night. Have a great party. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you all.
Started. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month. I was trying to get it on my own. Working all night, traffic on the way home, and my uncle calling me like, where you at? I gave you the keys, so you bring it right back. I just think it's funny how it goes. Now I'm on the road, $500,000 for a show, and we started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom.